grew up in this area a lot of different horses. And nowadays, Seiano is also the name of an important beach here. So, as you can see, in general, Sorrento Peninsula is completely different than the Neapolitan Bay. Also, the architecture is different, the view is different, there is more nature, it's more elegant, more graceful. In general, we can say that Sorrento Peninsula is less aggressive than Napoli. And in this moment we are 95 meters above sea level. In a few minutes I'll show you the coastline again, and you can see how high we are. So Vico Equense, the town we are crossing now, is also famous for the pizza, because the pizza here is not round like in Napoli, but is 1 meter long. And as you can see, the architecture here is completely different. From Sorrento Peninsula and the Amalfi Coast, usually the houses, the private houses, are divided in 3 parts. The lower part is or a storage or a stable for the donkeys, because still now they use the donkeys like a means of transport. Then the second floor is the private house, while the third floor with the roof usually is a cistern to collect the rainwater, because of the mountains, the aqueduct in this area and in Amalfi Coast too is not too big, so it cannot satisfy all the needs of all the people living in this area, because each town can use the water only for a few hours a day, and so they need to collect the rainwater for the agriculture and so on. That's why in Sorrento Peninsula and in Amalfi Coast too, sometimes it's possible to see that the roofs are not flat but curved. Now, Lorenzo, se dopo ti alla curva puoi rallentare giusto un secondo. So, if you, yes, sì, from the next turn, if you, un pochino più avanti, grazie. If you look at on the right side, you can see a small church, a pink church overlooking the sea. That's considered one of the most beautiful churches in Italy, for its location, of course, used only for wedding. On the other side of the coast, beyond the houses, there is a pink bell tower with a small church. Okay, thank you, Lorenzo. Yes, our drivers are just a little bit crazy, and they park everywhere. That's why there is the traffic. And as I told you before, in the lower part of the Milky Mountains, there are many olive trees that you can see on the sides, and lemon trees. As you can see, the olive trees are connected by a net. In this period, the net is closed. It's open only in September, October, when the olives fall down, because to have a good olive oil, the olives don't have to touch the soil for no reason. That's why they open the net. Sorrento Peninsula it's possible to see many lemon trees too. Very often they are covered by a net to protect the lemon trees from the birds or from the sun or from the cold in the winter. And in fact, limoncello production is one of the most important employment in this area. Consider that from Sorrento, Amalfi or Procida Islands, we have many different lemons. For example, the lemons from Sorrento are small and round. The lemons from Amalfi Coast are longer and their skin, their peel is thicker. So also the flavor is different, while the lemons from Procida Island are very big and the white part inside is very large, and we are used to eat them or with the sugar like a pastry or like a salad. So on the right you can see the beautiful Sorrento Peninsula, and on the back Capri Island. Sorrento is the last city, so we have to go there crossing different towns: Meta, Piano di Sorrento, Sant'Agnello, and then Sorrento. Prova. Now it's better. So, as you can see, Sorrento Peninsula is a very beautiful place, and it could be divided in two parts. The coastline where the tourism is the most important business. That's why it's more crowded. There are more people, there are more restaurants, a lot of hotels for the foreigners and for the strangers. And then there is the inner part where the agriculture is the most important business. So on top of the mountains. And on the left you can see the limestones. They are very soft, that's why there are some nets to protect the walls. So from here you can see how beautiful is the water here. Consider that this sea is the Mediterranean Sea. It's not the ocean, it's just a simple sea, that's why it's not too deep. It's not too cold. There aren't big fish, no sharks, no whales, so it's absolutely safe and beautiful to swim here.